guys, it's Becky. I am back with another process video. I am trimming down a piece of white cardstock, and this is my first mistake. This is a cardstock that I had gotten at Tuesday morning, and it was very inexpensive, maybe 50 sheets for $2 or $3. I put gesso on it because I knew I wanted to do some kind of mixed media, but I wasn't sure what at this point. And now I am drawing some lines with a pencil. I did know that I wanted to do some stitching because the last time I used my sewing machine, I had this big old bobbin jam, and I wanted to make sure that I did fix it. So I wanted to test it out basically on this paper. So that's what I did. This sewing machine is old. It's over 20 years old. All those strings you see at the top, you saw at the top of that paper, I pulled them all through and taped them down. This is the negative of some Swiss crosses that I had cut out on my silhouette, and I'm outlining them. And this is the second big mistake. I used a regular pen and then went over it with a Versamark. Well, the pen is not permanent, so the black line smudged. So over this Versamark, I put on some clear Zing embossing powder and heat embossed. I did that with all of these Swiss crosses. Now, you know how sometimes you have an idea in your head and you go to put it into practice or put it on the paper and it doesn't come out the way you had it envisioned? That's how this one went for me. So I'm still really unsure about it. I'm using this acrylic paint, and I don't know the brand. It's very old. In fact, the green, when I squirted the green out, oil came out. So I had to kind of like squish it around and mix it up. I used green, blue, and white. I was trying to get an aqua color that resembled that piece of paper. So I'm going to paint 4 of the crosses in this color. And then a couple months ago at Tuesday morning, I had gotten some colored modeling paste. It was yellow, red, and blue. And it was maybe $2 for all. There was 3 containers that came in a set. So I used the yellow and the red. And I'm not painting it on. I'm kind of dabbing it on so that I would get some texture, like some peaks with it. And so that's what I'm doing here now. And this layout, it ended up, I would work on it and then I'd walk away, and then I'd work on it and then I'd walk away. So it ended up probably lasting 3 days, and I did at least one layout in the middle of it, waiting for it to dry or thinking about what I wanted to do with it because I just wasn't sure. This is a stencil by Echo Park, and it is Swiss crosses because, as I said in one of my previous videos, I have been into Swiss crosses. Now I use Liquitex gel matte medium on this. Now I'm trimming out my papers, but just so you know, this trimmer, I had gotten it on Amazon, and it's an X-Acto trimmer. It is horrible. Do not buy it. It is fine if you want to cut something down that is fairly large, but if you're trying to trim off a sliver, it just bends the page. It doesn't cut it. It's not good at all. So I'm going to try to create some layers on these pictures, and that also does not go well. And in the end, after I go through all this fussing with all these papers, I end up trimming them off anyway. So it does not go well, and which just makes me sad because that striped paper right there, the one I just trimmed, that's my favorite paper in the collection. I did not get that in a 12x12. I did not see that in the 12x12. It's only in the 6x6 paper pad. Well, I don't know if it is only, I only saw it in the 6x6 paper pad. So these pictures are they're from 2011. My sister came to visit me, and her and my husband and I, we took the boat out to Ossabaw Island, and we went, shelling, looking for seashells and just exploring, looking around. But she had never been down here before. I live near Savannah, and so Ossabaw Island is off the southeast coast. And she had never been down here before, so that was a lot of fun. And the pictures are just of, we were on the boat at the time, and so that's just her back. I was taking the pictures, so those are my legs. I was looking at what I was looking at, and then the wake from the boat when we were going through the sound. So it was a lot of fun that day. I have some other pictures I want to do from it as well. So I'm still working with the layers. I thought I would use the negative of that, of those crosses. I couldn't get them to work. This was really a struggle for me. So still with the layering. Should have cut this out, and I apologize, because this is stuff that probably don't need to see the struggle, or maybe you do, I don't know. So I put that yellow there. I'm going to try to make that aqua work. It doesn't. That background paper, the red Swiss cross, that's also from the collection, Fancy Pants' Happy Place. And I had cut out the center of it. I used a piece of it on my last layout with this collection, and then also over to the right you see the rest of it, because I thought I was going to use it, because it was kind of like Swiss crossed themed. And here's where I decided that mat is too big, because of I didn't want to cover up all my work. So I end up trimming down that mat and all those layers, and I mount it on this black corrugated paper, and I used hot glue to do that. I just now went through the box of all the die cuts and labels and tabs, pulling out what I thought I might possibly use. So I'm going to trim that down, and I'm going to glue it down just with my ATG gun, because the back of the corrugated is smooth. You don't need any kind of special adhesive for that. So now I'm going to go ahead and spell out my title, part of my title, Ossabaw Island. These are thickers. They're in the Lindsay font, and I am not even sure if that is black or if that is charcoal. My eyes kind of read a charcoaly color, but I don't know the true color because I don't see so well. So I just now showed you that puffy sticker sheet because my camera had cut off. I am still using my phone, and apparently I got a notification or something that made it shut off, made the recording stop. And I had put down relax. I put down some triangles to the left of that. I put down an arrow to the right of that, and also a Be Happy flare above it. Now you can see the 8 is crooked, like significantly crooked. I put it down crooked and I tried to pull it back up. You cannot get those off of pictures. So just so you know, you cannot get those puffy stickers off of pictures. They do not come up. So then I spelled out heading 2, and the heading 2 letters are from Simple Stories, and I believe they came with a snap, or their snap line or something like that. They were a pack of maybe 8 colors of letters in one package, and it was Simple Stories Snap. I'm going to go ahead and put the date down on that label, and I used a Project Life date stamp. Now I tried to do a sentiment stamp next to it, and it turned out awful. So there's going to be stamping coming up in more videos, I can guarantee that, because I obviously need to practice. The last 2 videos I had with stamping were horrific. Not good. So then I used cork to cover it up and put cork at the top, and that's one thing I'm really unsure of. I might go back and paint it. I don't know about adding that in. It's kind of, I'm not sure about it. So then I put down some, oh wait, here. This sticker, this is a Bella Boulevard. It's from Little Bits, I believe is what the sticker sheet's called. And that just says love, love, love. I was going to put something over on that tag, and the little dot I pulled out said summer, only this was in September. It was not summer here. It felt like summer, but it wasn't. So I pulled that back up. I put down those puffy dots, and then after that, that is going to be it. I'm going to leave it sitting on my desk for a few more days and see if I want to change anything, because I'm not sure how I feel about it. But they all can't be winners, right? So thank you for joining me. Have a fabulous week. Bye.